And so the long-awaited World War Skaven has just went from Cold War stage to the Hot War stage. Chaos and Chaos Dwarves have left the coalition and joined in an alliance with Skaven after receiving favorable border agreements. With north and eastern borders secured, Skaven recruited new armies to fight against Brettonia and High Elves, who had the time to draw the lines in the upcoming war in a few spots. Here we have an actual multi-front, complex war that better shows how high-skill lobbies wage war. In this war, there are three active fronts. Northern Front, which is where Arnaug and Gorcel settlements are, with the main prize being Couronne. Middle Front, which was happening in the northern passage to Athaloran around Helmgard, and 3. South, which was happening around Barakwar. In the northern front, Brettonia sent a token army to attack Skaven from the north. In response, Skaven raised a proportional army with Chaos to back them up. The front has basically fizzled out before any major engagements, and Skaven just ended up taking Gorcel after some sacking from both sides. The middle front was where the main action was, and in the next episode we will see some more battles from that front. Southern Front had some back and forth between Thrott's new armies and High Elves defense forces. In the end, Skaven had little interest in continuing the assault. The main Skaven interest was in securing their borders and then building taller by investing into their infrastructure, because they knew their chief competition for the foreseeable future would be doing exactly that. As a result, the Skaven has once again using combined arms of politics, economy, and military to gain victory in this war. As with the consolidation of the Empire lands, the only AI-controlled lands in their vicinity were the provinces surrounding Karazakarak that Skaven did not have much interest in. And the reason that it has been left as AI-controlled is because it is contested by 4 players at once, and none of whom want to invest resources into building up a territory that can be hit from multiple sides. Speaking of which, High Elves have a temporary Regency Council that has some very interesting ideas. First of which is to suspend all treaties and have decided to expand around southern Darklands, which are under the influence of Chaos Dwarves. Now, Chaos Dwarves are mostly busy with consolidating their economy and expanding into Cathay. So as far as they're concerned, this is a headache that will only slow things down. Regardless, the tiny unoccupied region is now a no man's land between 4 great powers. One of the treaties that High Elves suspended was with Chaos, who has arrived in Nagaroth and given Elves 6 settlements that Chaos has no need for, but High Elves could use as a gesture of friendship. And now Kolek is in the West Nagaroth, just tearing through everything and sacking an average of 1.5 settlements a turn, with his massive movement and supporting lords taking the settlements behind him. For some reason though, Chaos is not keeping any of them. So something fishy is going on, and one of the Kolek's armies have just disappeared, while Brettonia, Kislev, and Chaos are giggling to each other. In Lustria, things are quite slow, because Brettonia has been heavily invested in the defense of their confederated homeland with High Elves in tow, while in Southlands, vampires are cooking something, but quite frankly, I have no idea what. Just some threats being thrown between them and Chaos Dwarves, but otherwise things are pretty quiet down there, and looks like they're all satisfied with their little no man's land. Where things are not quiet is Tilia, where High Elves have landed to fight the Skaven, and now in a surprising turn of events, High Elves' army is the one ambushing Skaven. It was one of the supporting armies of the invasion from High Elves, while Skaven army is a very high quality main army. So let's watch together one of the pivotal battles that could shape the southern Skaven border for sessions to come. Here we have the penultimate battle for the Skaven southern front. The Skaven armies versus the High Elf armies. Now, these aren't all the forces they have in the area, but this is a big chunk. The High Elf armies, as you can see, are a lot lower tier, while the Skaven are pretty much a high-end, almost an endgame army. However, High Elves managed to get off an ambush, which we will see they will attempt to use that to their maximum advantage, focusing on the rattling guns and the warp fire throwers, to do the maximum damage before they whittle down the Stormvermin halberds.